Hey, you have been playing, at least in my estimation, at a different level the last couple of weeks, and especially the last two games. What has been the change in your game to a higher level of energy?
There's a lot of things contributing to that. I had a rough year at the beginning of the year, so things have gotten a lot better in that aspect. And also, I think it's just the excitement of tournament time. I've got some great players, great teammates that are helping me out, and I think I'm just calming down more, which is actually helping me energize more in that sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just making the game easier for me. So,
Well, you know what, and it isn't just the scoring. It's the defense, you're rebounding, you're getting steals. I mean, it just seems like across the board you've done everything so much better. Not that you weren't doing it well before, but it seems like every aspect of that game has stepped up.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like that motivation. Like, we were so close to making it to the tournament. It's like just games that I want. I mean, not saying I don't want it all the time, but that like motivation, that it just motivates you to get there.
You weren't going to let this one slip away, were you?
Oh no, there's not a chance. I knew he could win, and I knew he had to, so I wasn't going to let anything get in the way of that. I was going to do whatever I could to make that possible.
Yeah. You know, you go back to the last two games, and I kind of did a little math, and if you kind of figured out the teams you're competing against, we're up against some pretty good teams. You guys had a chance if you win your last two games. Were you guys kind of focused on that a little bit, knowing if you won your last two, you had a great chance to get in and maybe even move up in the seeding as well?
Yeah, it was definitely a focus of ours to know if we got these two games, we were going to get there. It was. Can you repeat the question again?
That wasn't even close, was it? I mean, let's be honest about it. You guys beat those two teams, Mount St. Joe and Defiance, like they weren't even out there, and it wasn't even a contest. So that made a huge difference too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, we've just been clicking lately. So the fact that we could just pull it together, we knew we could beat these teams. It was just a matter of time. Like at the beginning of the year, like I said, we had different lineups, different options, and it just wasn't clicking as well as we do now, which we've got everything together, and we're clicking as a team. And so it's just all fitting together for us.
Tournament time, and you've played in tournaments. It's a different feeling. What advice do you give this team, being one of the starters and one of the team leaders, to make sure everybody's calm and not let this thing get out of hand early? If they get on top of you, everybody stays focused.
It's definitely important that we just relax. No matter what comes out at the beginning, we know we're a good team. At least I know we're a good team, and that even we've come back with good teams with big deficits, like 17 points. We've come back, and I mean, we might not have necessarily won those games, but we kept it close. And I know it's possible that if we just keep working hard the whole time, even if we get down by 10 or 20, we can still come back for that. So I just think we all need to stay calm, be confident, even if they do go on a run.
Hey, I got to ask you as my light goes out. Got to ask you real quick though, from that standpoint, just knowing that you're in the tournament isn't good enough, is it? I mean, because some teams get in and think, okay, we made it, that's it, and you don't fare well in the first game. How do you guys overcome that to make sure you still come out and play solid basketball?
Yeah, it's definitely important that we don't. Dang, I lost the question. Can you?
As far as you guys not just being content with getting in the tournament.
Oh, yeah, definitely not. I mean, we've already made history to get this far, and it's important that we stay motivated to, go even farther. I mean, we know we can beat Hanover. We know we can beat some of these big teams. We've kept it close in our conference games. We just have to make sure that we don't lose that motivation to just be content with what we have right now.
All right, the third time you've played these guys, they've got you the first two. What's the difference in this one that you guys have to do to keep this thing and give yourself a chance to win?
I mean, we just have to do all the little things, right? All those little things that we messed up in the first games, we have to make it an emphasis to, get those things down. I mean, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, so I'm counting on that. Like you said, we have more of a motivation than some of these other teams because this is a rebuilding year for us. It was supposed to be a rebuilding year for us, and now we actually have made it here. We know we're good, and it's just important that we get all the little things done and work hard, and like I said, stay calm and be confident in ourselves, even if there are little bobbles, little runs by the other team. So.